Hey friend, declare with me today, I will stop stopping. If you are like me, you are ready to achieve all of the goals that you have set for yourself. Like you've had goals on top of goals on top of goals. You had goals at the beginning of every year. You've had goals for certain seasons, for certain time frames of your life, and they're just that. They're just goals. And the sad part about it is, if we're really honest, these are low hanging fruit goals, goals that we can achieve with our eyes closed. But at the first sign of inconvenience, the first sign of a challenge, we kind of put it on the back burner and it just start to collect dust. Declare with me today, I will stop stopping. We're not guaranteed the next breath. But if God so happens to have mercy on us and give us 365 days of breaths, it'll be this time next year and we're still struggling with the same little raggedy goals. We need to set goals that make us scratch our head and say, God, if you don't do it, like I can do this little bit over here, but if you don't do it, if you don't breathe on it, then it's not gonna get done. It's gotta be the kind of goals that scare you to pieces. It's gotta be the kind of goal that make you tell one or two trusted people, not tell it to the bone carrier, because the bone carrier will make sure that it will not get done. Declare with me today, I will stop stopping. There is a strength in achieving goals. There really is a quiet strength in accomplishing the first step of a hard goal, or a goal that's outside of yourself, I should say. I want to be, no, I will be on the New York Times bestsellers list. And in real life, the way things are looking, it's not going to happen. There are just so many things that are not going my way. There's just so many things out of my control, so many steps between here and there. But one thing I'm realizing is that if you have discipline over your feelings, discipline over your thoughts, discipline over your mouth, you can achieve almost anything. Some things are just, and I know I sound contradictory, but in real life, you can't fly without a plane. Some people want to fly without a plane. Some people want to become invisible so that they can go into other people's homes and hear their conversations. I've heard people say that's what they want to do. Stuff like that, that's impossible. But me being on the New York Times bestsellers list, I've heard somebody say you can't do that. But that's something that I believe I'm going to do. So we have to set those types of goals, goals that make us come out of our comfort zone, goals that make us keep our mouth shut, because as we tell more people, that's more people that will come against us. Some because they're afraid for us, some because they are jealous, some people because they just plain old mean spirited. Declare with me today, I will stop stopping. Set the goal, right? Choose the next logical step. Let's not plan it all the way out from conception to completion, because it can be overwhelming. And when we get into the thick of it and life starts to life us like it will, we'll stop. We won't even pause and cry about it. We won't even pause and talk to God about it. We'll just, well, it just ain't in God's will. And we just chunk it to the back with the rest of the discarded dreams. Declare with me today, I will stop stopping. I said I wasn't going to tell, but I'm going to tell anyway, make myself accountable. It ain't no big deal. But I said that I was going to give myself 3 months of pushing myself to the limit in a certain area. Me and God have had these conversations, right? And one thing I told God I was going to do, I gave him my yes in something that he told me he wanted me to do. Not directly, but, And I said that I was going to record a video and put it out every day between now and the end of the year. And I want to help people. And I want to say what it is that I feel like he's telling me to say. But I also want to challenge myself. And I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but it's a strength that comes with accomplishing something that you did not think you could. Especially when things are not going your way. Especially when you don't have the help that you thought you would have. Especially when you don't know what to do. You don't know who to go to for advice or a blueprint, and you just figuring it out along the way as you go. I mean, it's just a strength to that. So declare with me today, I will stop stopping. And I apologize for the ramble, but I've been trying to get this out. And if I could just have a blooper reel, y'all would just chuckle. But anyway, I hope y'all eat the meat and spit out the bones, as us country folks would say around here. Take what you need and leave the rest. And I hope that I have said something that you can use. All right, bye.